what we realize is कि a fundamental is customer experience, and we try to label a lot. E-commerce B2C भी है, मतलब e-commerce भी है, we have social commerce. We try to give labels, right? But to the end customer, these label doesn't matter, right? For them, what matters is the customer experience, and they weigh everything on the same scale of expectations.
Hey folks, welcome to First Cheque Portfolio Shorts. My name is Tejas, and this is a series where we speak to founders of our portfolio companies so that you get to know the team, understand what they are building, and the problem they're trying to solve. If you like the content that we've been putting out, do like, share, and subscribe so that we get to reach more founders and startup enthusiasts like you. Today's very special guest is Vaibhav Chavla, co-founder of Wherehouse.io. Wherehouse.io is a supply chain intelligence company helping brands to move closer to their customers, enabling faster and better deliveries, and accelerating business growth. They convert existing hyperlocal unused storage capacity into revenue-generating micro warehouses at affordable price points and ensure same or next-day delivery for D2C brands. I had a really interesting conversation with Vaibhav, and it was really great to learn about their culture and their plans for the future. Stick around till the end of the episode to learn more. Hi Vaibhav and Lavelesh, it's great to have you here. How are you guys doing?
Hey Tejas, I mean, it's quite exciting.
Awesome. So let's get started. My first question for you guys is that what is the problem you're trying to solve as the founders of Warehouse.io?
So, Tejas, we were previously a D2C company, right? When we were a D2C company ourselves, what we realized is कि a fundamental is customer experience, and we try to label a lot. E-commerce B2C भी है, मतलब e-commerce भी है, we have social commerce. We try to give labels, right? But to the end customer, these label doesn't matter, right? For them, what matters is the customer experience, and they weigh everything on the same scale of expectations, right? So we realized कि customer experience has to be increased, and people are more and more expecting product to reach them faster, right? So that is a problem statement that we are solving. The commerce has to be much more faster than what it was before, and there is a dearth of probably that infrastructure that brands or any player in the logistics industry just could plug into and fuel the growth, right? So what it will take to build the new ITCs of the world or Marico of the world, that infrastructure is missing for the current modern brands, right? That is what we believe the problem statement we are addressing, and it was something that we personally went through, and that's how a pivot probably happened, and we started solving first for ourselves, then for a couple of brands, and then now we are solving for a lot of brands.
Amazing, Vaibhav. The problem is actually real. So my next question for you is a follow-on. What is the solution to this problem? How are you solving this problem?
Right. So we realize that the journeys are always bit to bite, not bite to bit, right? So we are doing in probably in a single sentence, what we do is we bring commerce closer to the end customer. That is it. So we're building a stack of last mile warehouses all across the geography. Now what we do is someone who is into commerce, be it a D2C brand, a logistics player, a marketplace, or anyone, they could just plug into this infrastructure the way we plug into AWS for our server needs, right? And deliver as fast as possible they want, right? So it is much more like a Lego blocks. They are the fundamental units which you use to build probably a castle or a ship or anything you want, right? That is what we are doing, right?
That's awesome, Vaibhav. So my next question for you guys is that what is the progress you have had so far?
Right. So we started with smaller brands, and I think for us, no brand is smaller because that's what we believe in. We started with brands with very simple collaboration wherein they sort of store their products with us, they fulfill, and they save time, right? Eventually, what we started realizing that as Vaibhav mentioned, right, AWS's potential is much more than that. It's highly scalable. That's inherently what it means. So right now we're present in 9 cities, right? We've got a supply of more than 3,000 locations, right? And we're working with the top D2C and FMCG brands in the industry, right? And what we love about our product is that when we started with 4 or 5 applications, maybe in the beginning, but right now brands are coming to us and defining new ways to use our platform, right? So that has been the progress in terms of team size. We started with 3 co-founders. Now we are more than 30 people in house, right? And we're situated at Gurgaon and loving the space.
That is amazing, Lavelesh. So you mentioned about your co-founders. So I just want to know, how did all of you guys meet?
That's a very interesting, anecdote. We were running a D2C company first, right? So we were a D2C brand ourselves, and Vaibhav and Jeevan, he's a tech co-founder. And Vaibhav used to sort of work on the products and growth, right? So we met in a technology incubator in Delhi itself, right? And we realized when COVID hit that this is a problem that we are facing, and the problem is much larger than limited to us, right? It's not something that is only limited to us or smaller brands or brands of a specific size. The problem of reachability is everywhere, right? Be it a Marico of the world or a Unilever of the world, or be it a D2C brand, right? So we thought, let's work together and start building something which is for a larger cause, right? And that's how we met, and we realized that, hey, we need to make a solution which is combining all three of our capabilities, and that's how Warehouse.io came into being.
That's awesome, Lavelesh. So what is it like working at Warehouse.io? What is the company culture like?
So what we believe is ki, team, how good a startup would be is basically, I mean, how good the team is, right? And we have been very fortunate enough ki a lot of good people trusted us when we started our journey. We had two basic, we have three pillars of our culture that we have at Warehouse. One is we focus a lot on communication, that the communication should be free. Everyone could ask anyone, everyone could reach out to anyone, and everyone has to be enabler in nature. We are a company which is into enabler space, so we believe that has to be the fabric. Second thing that we realize is ki, the culture should support learning, right? Because when we were young, when we joined our companies, we had that expectation ki we will learn something, we'll go to a better place, or probably we'll lead the functions. That is what we understand over here as well, ki whatever the team that we have as of now, they'll be with us, they have taken the risk as well, the amount of risk that we have taken. So we want them to be probably the leaders of tomorrow, be with Warehouse, well, be it with Warehouse.io or be it without Warehouse.io, right? So we have recently launched Warehouse Library, where we have extensive program where, I mean, we'll have team members coming up with great sessions. We have seniors from the industry coming up with great sessions for the team members. Then a budget is there for everyone if they want to invest into learning. And then we try to keep Saturdays as our learning events, right? Apart from that, we got to become one of the top 30 startups of 2021 by Info42 Media. So that has been our approach. If a team is solid and a team is happy, then obviously we'll be able to scale. So Lavlesh, you would want to add over here?
Right. I think if you were to define Warehouse.io in any other manner, it would be its team, right? And somehow I think we were lucky that we are a startup, right? So we took a lot of things from established companies, right? But what we didn't take was hierarchy, right? So we took processes, how to solve things, how to solve people's problems, how to support them. What we didn't take is hierarchy, right? Because it essentially makes the process slower, right? So since we are a startup, we had to innovate, right? So this is where we innovated as well. And I don't know how it happened, but everybody loves chai. So everybody is very fond of tea. And there are a few coffee lovers, but we're arms are open for if you like coffee.
Amazing, Lavelesh and Vaibhav. So my last question for you guys is that every founder has this real moment in their lives where they just stand still and feel that they're building something cool. And I'm sure you've had that moment too. So can you tell me about that moment?
Right. So I'll probably go first. I think Weber has something to add as well. So as I said earlier as well, we started with Warehouse.io as AWS of warehouses. We had a couple of applications in mind, right? For which were very clear, which were very straightforward, and everybody needed them. My aha moment sort of came in when there were brands coming in to reach out to us, and they designed solutions which we never thought of, right? So we thought that we were building a platform which has potential which we can't even gauge early on, right? So people who are more experienced in the industry, people who have worked in the industry for more than 10, 20, 30 years, right? So they came and said, boss, what you're building is great. And there are 10 more applications that we'll tell you, and we're buying the first one. So I think that was my aha moment.
For me, so basically we are an entrepreneur platform. We are entrepreneurs. The brand that we work with, they are also entrepreneurs, and the supply side, the warehouses that we work with, they are also entrepreneurs, right? So, and I'm more on the operations front, right? So probably uh, at the time of Diwali and in January, our volume scaled to 10x in few of our warehouses, right? And that was the moment where our whereas where our ecosystem was challenged. Can you scale that fast to 10x volume probably in a 2 or 3 days time, right? That is where the entrepreneurs that are there in our ecosystem, they just leveled up. Ki, abhi you stay in your office, I'll take up the manpower, I'll do anything that it takes, but no order will go wrong, no order will go empty, right? And that probably is one of the biggest win for us, because we believe that when we talk about warehousing or a distributed ecosystem where we have to present across multiple cities, the most important point is ki how strong or how ownership driven the ecosystem is. Otherwise, it is kindly more or less impossible for any company to be in one city and control all the cities from one place, right? So that is one of the biggest win for us. Ki his PNL is going positive and he is taking that ownership. Ki okay, this is much like my business, right? So that is a win for us if all three entrepreneurs are happy.
That's awesome, Vaibhav. Simply awesome. Awesome, guys. It was really, really nice talking to you, and I really, really enjoyed it. And thanks for being here today.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Tejas.
Tejas.